going to be one of those. So I'm glad to get my coffee, although I'm wishing it was iced right about now. So maybe we'll have to talk to Crescendo about doing iced coffee in the summer. It'll be a little bit more appropriate. So quick thanks. We've got Field 59 in the back here, and for those of you who don't know, they do a live streaming of this event every week. So if you're ever unable to attend but really want to see a presenter, or think of anybody around the country that might be interested in hearing about one of our presenters, you can send them the live link from our website, and they can watch it in real time. If not, we also have a recording of each event, so you're able to go to our YouTube channel and on our website, and you can watch all of our past presenters. We're also thankful to Ed and the library for donating this really cool space. And obviously 100 State is providing the coffee from Crescendo today, so we're thankful to have them as our sponsors for 2016. In other news, before we kind of get to intros, we have Forward Fest coming up. I think, is everyone here familiar with Forward Fest? If you've never heard of it, raise your hand. Okay.
No, sorry, I have heard of it.
One person, maybe. So you're all familiar with Forward Fest, which is fantastic. There's going to be some really cool events this year. We're going to be doing a 1 million cups with the Doyen Group, and a female entrepreneur will be leaving with $5,000. So we're really excited to promote women in the startup community, women in Madison, and have that kick off. We also have, Shobin Thacker and I are doing another event similar to last year when we did We Are All Criminals. Just to give you guys a teaser, it's called The System, the Failures and the Consequences on the Country. And we'll have Dean Strang, here he is, and Jerry Booting from Make It Murder, and not that exciting, it's just have to make Shobin. I think we'll have Emily Baxter coming back down, and we're really going to examine the disparate impact of the criminal justice system, along with some of the high-profile cases that have happened lately on, people of color and poor people. So I think it'll be a really great event, and I hope you guys can all attend. It'll be free. And I will stop talking in a second and turn things over. We'll do a quick round of introductions. I'm Rachel Neal. I'm one of the organizers of 1 Million Cups, and I work at Nordic Consulting. Hannah, I'm passing the invisible baton to you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Hannah Cruxton. I'm new here.
Welcome.
I'm friends of Rachel and Leah. So. Hi.
I'm going Shobin, one of the organizers here. Sorry for being late. Pretty much standard here. Sorry. And one of the things we didn't add to that, Rachel didn't add, is the interesting thing about what we'll be trying to do with this panel discussion at Forward Fest is really how technology can kind of change the way that people are either arrested or through the criminal process system. Ideas of kind of crowdsourcing or open sourcing, if you will. Experts to review cases is an idea that someone has brought up, because it's stuff like that that can potentially help these criminals that are underrepresented or misrepresented kind of get into a lot of trouble. So anyone in the technology community, if they are interested in trying to see issues that the legal world is facing that you may not understand, it's a good time to come out and try to look at these issues and go, hey, like I can try to do something on that. So that'll be another part of it. So yeah, sorry.
Joey Crane, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
Yep.
Chris Schiffner, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
Juan Gomez, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
Cedric Johnson, Briar Patch Youth Services, not 10.
Devin Renner, Marketing Ninja for True Coffee Roasters.
Matt Health, digital marketing consultant.
Drew Corson, I'm an attorney with Knighter Mouche and one of the organizers of Million Cups.
Laura Chantos, program coordinator with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Morning, I'm Alex Ryan. I'm with SunPower Corporation in the solar industry.
Janet Nodorf, I'm with Blue Jewel Coaching.
Hi, I'm Carrie Sanders, and I'm with the Nehemiah Center for Urban Leadership, and I direct the African American Emerging Entrepreneur Loan Fund.
My name is Ed Graves. I'm a librarian. The other Forward Fest event I'll just plug is a day-long event here at the library on Thursday, August 18th, and it's called the Social Good Summit. The objective for the day is to for particularly the tech sector and entrepreneurial community to get together and talk about developing actionable plans for for addressing actual social problems in Madison.
What was the date of that?
Thursday, August 18th. The registration is live. I think that's what the summit Madison.
Melanie Conklin, I work for Congressman Mark Buchanan doing outreach.
I'm Leah Anderson. I'm also an organizer of 1 Million Cups, and I work in Oregon.
And I'm the last guy? Yeah, I'm the last guy. So my name is Jim Zerbel. I'm kind of a serial guy, and I'm, most important of all the things that I'm involved in, I am the creator of the Ibrahim the Ubiquitous t-shirt, which you can order for $10 online after his presentation.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, first I want to thank 1 Million Cups for allowing me to speak today, and it's been a tremendous honor. So, some of you know IH Concepts, and some of you are looking at this and being like, what the heck is IH Concepts? So, we're a strategic graphic design firm. We've been in business for about 8 years. So we got into our 8th year, and we really started thinking, how do we take things to the next level? So after many hours of pondering that and brainstorming, we came up with this company expose. So my name is Ibrahim. I'm a Madison native, born and raised. And 10 years ago, I started my professional career after graduating from college. So a couple of things just to know about me, a couple of fun facts. I love to cook, love to travel. I do a lot of creative writing. Starting my business, I've had to do a lot of networking. So about 2 years ago, in the midst of doing networking, I actually met Jim, and then I met Jim again, and then I met Jim again. So I got coined Ibrahim the Ubiquitous. He still has not gotten me to put the shirt on yet.
That's great.
So, we were founded in 2008, and we are a graphic design marketing firm located in the heart of downtown Madison. So, we love this community. And what's our aim? What's our objective? Our objective is to help clients be successful by reaching their target audience via a successful graphic design marketing campaign. So what do we believe in? So there are many competitors. There's Timgos, there's Jam Graphics, there's Cricut Design Works, to name a few. So what really sets us apart is thinking about the brand. Brand, brand, and brand. You look at many successful companies such as Apple, such as McDonald's, such as Microsoft, and they have gotten people to rally behind them because they've created a very, very, very strong brand. So we do this for small businesses because we think that this is the best way to grow your business. So what we believe in, unifying all communication elements through a unique strategy, be it print, be it web, be it mobile apps. Because at the end of the day, it's about your brand. That's the best way to reach your business goals, and just to be consistent in that brand. So when you're not consistent, it can confuse customers, and that's just not a really good thing to do. So we do this through graphic design, web design development, and app development. So we take a simple 4-step process when we work with a client. We really start to get to know our client. We get to know how they, what makes them tick. We get to kind of figure out what their goals are, and then through the design, development, and revisions process, after that we think about marketing implementation. So just making sure once they have that marketing clarity, they can hit the ground running before we launch. So this is an example of a graphic design project, and this is a little bit more of a full branding campaign. So this is Healing Hands, and we actually positioned them a bit as an emotional brand as opposed to a functional brand. So since they actually work with people doing personal care, we really want to make it bright, bring it to life. So we worked through the process and just through the business card, through even the web collateral, we made that happen for them. So I'm going to next talk about our web design and development services. And this is a client, Madison Urban Ministry, that we work with. Great organization. They do a lot of community outreach and a lot of advocacy. And a challenge that they had was their original website was just not as lively. So we worked through the process, and we actually employed our IH5 web principles. So we thought about making sure information is easy to find, making sure there are proper calls to action. Because when you have marketing collateral, you are trying to get someone to do something. So calls to actions are just so important. We thought about load time, making sure that people can quickly access the information on the website. We thought about design and branding. And we went custom, because when you're doing a website, your business is unique, so should your website. So as a result, and working through this process, the results were incredible. Their engagement was up, traffic to the website was up, their donations increased, so we put MUM in a much better position by strategically thinking about their organization. So something we're trying to get into is app development. So this is an example of a pub that we're currently working on right now and currently trying to redevelop their app. So a challenge that they had is trying to engage their customer base. So we thought about, why don't we put your menu in a pocket or a purse? Why don't we have people easily be able to get access to events, thinking about volleyball, but the thing that really sold this project to the client was the push notification feature. So being able to instantly push out a special, push out an announcement is powerful. And because 89% of people spend the time on their smartphones on apps as opposed to a mobile website, this was a feature that really set it apart, that really got people, or really got Dexters to buy into doing an app. So I am grateful for being part of Madison and just being born and raised here. So, I felt it was only fair to give back. So some of the things and some of the ways that we give back to the community is teaching classes at the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation. So we'll teach on branding, we'll teach on things to consider for your website. So something that's just super awesome. We're involved with Madison Art House. So Madison Art House is an organization that they inspire kids to build art out of recycled materials, and we all kind of know how right now with standardized testing, they're trying to cut art out of the schools, and art is creativity. Creativity is problem solving. So we want to bring this, we want to make sure that we bring this for the next generation. And we're active with 100 states. Who are 100 state members? We love you guys. I just love rallying behind the causes that they do, from like community causes to just helping inspiring entrepreneurs. So it's just been an honor to be part of that for the last 3 years. And our IH Concepts internship program. So being able to help students and just being able to give experience to students, and once they get out of college, helping them hit the ground running is something that's just been incredible for us. So here's my contact information. You can reach me by phone, by email. Feel free to connect with us via social media. We are actually going to be having a newsletter come out at the end of the month, so if anybody is interested in subscribing to that, please let me know. So I'm just going to take any questions that you have, and I just would really love to hear what you guys got out of the presentation. Rachel?
I have some questions. About how big is your company? Like how many employees do you have and how many clients? And then what differentiates you from some of the other graphic designers, marketing agencies out there?
Certainly. So at any given time, due to the internet being a little bit fluctuating, we have about 8 to 10 people. So we've got an assistant, a couple graphic designers, a coder, and several interns. So in terms of what makes IH Concepts different, we really think about graphic design as a strategic thing. So most people just do marketing collateral and they want to make it look pretty. We really say, how's this going to communicate to your customer? And currently we're working on a personal care business where not only are we doing the marketing collateral, but we're positioning them, and we're also thinking about a little bit about their marketing plan as well too, and thinking a bit about, okay, now you have this marketing collateral, how do you use it?
What have you found is the most successful way to market yourself to clients?
So it really varies on the industry. Some of it's going to be word of mouth, some of it's going to be reaching them via email or direct mail. So the biggest thing I tell clients is think about your demographic. If you're targeting to, if you're targeting to millennials, that's going to be a little bit more doing digital strategies. If you're targeting to the baby boomers, then direct mail and just going face to face.
Talk about what's the biggest challenge you've had as an employer in the last X years? What you come up with some of the stories about things that did work and things that didn't?
So yeah, it'll just definitely be on a learning curve. So without going into too much detail, we really had to learn to kind of put systems in our businesses and just to properly make sure that we motivate our graphic designers. So just treating our employees well is just so important. And at the beginning, we had challenges with that because for any business, we don't know what we don't know. But from being around for 8 years, we've kind of worked through that process. Devin?
Aside from kind of helping other companies and some of your clients build their brand, what are you doing to market yours? Like, how are you advertising and marketing yourself?
So just doing a lot of networking, just really building relationships. So that's something I'm always very interested in.
I just have a comment. I thought one of your strong points was being from here and knowing the community really well. And that's very obvious in the clients that you have, the people that you work with. I haven't seen your website, but I think having success stories and sharing, like with Madison Urban Ministries, that their traffic and donations increased, and especially with the level of respect that organization holds, I think that's a really strong case study.
Thank you. And we've got other testimonials on our website as well, too.
Where do you find your interns? What's the population usually look like?
So usually for the university, through MATC. The summer was a little bit more challenging, so we actually will utilize internmatch.com. Because normally in the summer, we don't just get interns from Madison, but we get people who come home to Madison that go to school in other places. So utilizing internmatch.com.
What's next?
Well, yeah, we're just really excited to keep growing and to really take things to the next level. So, yeah, we definitely plan to be around for a really long time.
Are you design and kind of implementation on the early part only, or do you have some sort of like yearly fee where you continue to update, continue to push out the marketing and everything else, or do you kind of just give it to them and walk away?
So we encourage clients to sign up for a retainer where, we'll constantly think about that, because marketing collateral is just an ever-evolving thing. Even our marketing collateral has changed constantly. So it's really, really important to keep up with it, and that's something we offer our clients. Go ahead.
How do you align, when you're talking about app and web development, how do you align kind of your technology skills? I don't know if you mentioned you have developers on staff or if that's outsourced, but how do you kind of align that with the clients in terms of ongoing maintenance and administration?
That's a really good question. So, with signing up for a retainer, we're able to still utilize those people to do the maintenance.
Okay.
Rachel?
In general, for best practices, how often do you suggest people revisit marketing materials, website design?
So I would say about every 3 to 4 years is a pretty good point. So if you let it sit for a little bit longer, we have a couple websites from 2009 that I'm really suggesting to the client it may be time to really revitalize that.
As a small business, there's a lot of setbacks and a lot of frustrations, a lot of ups and downs. What would you say is one of your really high highs and one of your low lows since you started your business?
I think the biggest high point is just the time that has really passed, and just being able to look back from when I first started, when, there were times the first year I could barely put gas in my car, and just to really look back at that and just all the hard work that went in and just really building relationships.
What's your low point?
I think my low point was when I first started, and it was just really scrambling to find clients. And I won't lie to you, there were a few times that I thought about, do I just give up on this? And just believing in IH concepts and just believing in making an impact just really kept me going.
Do you have an ask for the community before we wrap up?
Sure. So, I just want to continue building relationships, just getting in front of people, just being introduced to people that that I haven't met yet. So just encouraging you guys to keep your eyes and ears open for any opportunities. I'd be really happy to hear all.
Who would you like to be introduced to? Do you have somebody or some companies that you've been following that you think you could help?
So right now, pushing the app development product, I really just want to be introduced to restaurants, especially restaurants around here. Because you got a lot of college students, you got a lot of millennials, and it's just really understanding that it's not about you, it's how you communicate to those people. And guess what? Guess where those people are? On their phones. So for web development, I'd like to be introduced to people who, and particularly a small business who they have a website that doesn't really have a call to action. With our model, and especially with Mom, it's shown that's really worked, and I think we can just do a lot for them.
Well, thank you, Ibrahim, for presenting about your company. It was very informative. wish you the best. Thank you to Field 59 for the live stream, and 100 State for the coffee, and for all of you for coming out. Please keep coming back.
You're welcome. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions. My materials are up on the table.
Yeah, these are pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.